Hello, vinyl community and anyone else watching this. I came back for at least one video anyway. There's been a lot of stuff going on. Hello everybody, by the way. I hope you're all doing well. I hope everybody's fine and all of that kind of stuff. I miss making videos. I just don't have that much to show anymore. Things have kind of dried up around here, so that's one of the reasons I haven't been making videos. I'll try to make some more though. I will try. But a topic's been coming up recently, a lot of them actually, and it just, for me, it came to a head today and I felt I needed to address it. And the topic is the new Wings release. You know, Lennon's box set is coming out, his live box set. Beatles Anthology is coming out. And while I think they both have problems, okay? This one, really, I felt I need to make a video about because there's nothing wrong with it innately that I can see. And I'm making the video because almost everybody else that's made a video, it's a negative video. And I get why these people aren't happy with the release, okay? I understand that. You know, I get it. It makes sense. And I'll get to why that doesn't matter, I don't think. But the thing about this whole reissue thing and stuff, it's been going on forever, okay? Nobody was mad in 1978 when Wings Greatest came out. Nobody said, oh, we want this from Paul instead. They just bought it or they didn't buy it. And it's pretty much the same thing for Wingspan in '85, you know, or All the Best, or whatever it is. You know, they just said, okay, you know, okay, I'm not interested. But I mean, and I realize people didn't just run out and make videos about things back then. But it's just a release, okay? And I guess my big point is, for all these people that, I understand wanting Venus and Mars, or not Venus and Mars, Back to the Egg and London Town out on deluxe. I get that. I don't know if that's going to happen. At this point, I'm thinking it probably won't. I get why you want it. I want it too. But releases like, especially this one, for all of you collectors that have been collecting McCartney for as long as I have, you know, a long time, this release isn't for you. Every record company is trying their best to keep older artists in the spotlights, to keep their legacies alive and make some money while they're at it. But they're actually not just trying to make money. It's not just a cash grab. They're trying to keep their artists relative. And that's a good thing. They should always keep doing that. And if you think about it, I don't believe that Wings Greatest is in print anymore. And I don't believe that, I know All the Best isn't in print. I don't think Wingspan is in print. Pure McCartney might be in print, but I'm doubting it. So actually this release is kind of needed. Not everybody buys used stuff. That's the other thing. Some people want new stuff. And so if you want a new Wings collection, this might be the only option. So this is my whole thing, and I need to kind of apologize to Matthew Street, which was the first video I watched, because I called him wrong in the comments. He's not wrong in his opinion of not caring about the album, but he's wrong that nobody wants it, and he's wrong. He's just not the right audience for it, is what I was trying, is what I'm saying now, and it's what I meant. You know, there's nothing wrong with the release. As far as I know, they haven't auto-tuned it. They haven't, you know, they haven't done anything to it to make it bad. It's a fine. The only thing I've seen wrong with it is they keep using the DJ edit of With a Little Luck, which wasn't even the single version. So they should put the whole version of With a Little Luck on it. But other than that, I don't see anything wrong with it. And it's the same for all of this stuff. Anthology is fine. It's mainly for people that don't have Anthology. Are they wrong for just giving us 13 new songs and expecting us to buy the whole thing? Yes, of course they are. Are they wrong for auto-tuning Lennon's voice on his live set? Yes. Are they wrong for leaving a song out? Yes. But again, I don't believe any of these reissues are necessarily aimed at the people that already have live in New York City. And they're not aimed at the people that already have Anthology. Do I think they're not doing it quite right? Yeah, of course I do. But I don't think it's anything to get upset about. If I don't know, if Taylor Swift or Beyonce or somebody like that comes out with a greatest hits album, you're not going to get in arms about, because it's not for you. You don't care. You're not going to get off, you know. And that's the way I think people need to think about releases like this, is that they're just not for me. Just move on. It's not, I understand that some people are completists, but that's, record companies can't care about that. They can't care, well, Bart over here is a completist, so maybe we shouldn't put this out because he'll have to buy it even though he has all this stuff. They don't, that's not what they're thinking about. They're thinking about how can we best treat the McCartney catalog in order to keep him relevant. How can we best treat the Beatles catalog in order to keep them relevant. This is what these kinds of things are all about. Is there too much? Yeah. Do they need to slow down? I think they need to slow down maybe. And I think they should be doing both. I think they should be doing releases for the older fans, because there are a lot of older fans that are still buying stuff. Yeah, we're aging out, I get that. But I think there should be some releases for us, but there can be releases that aren't for us too. And I think that that's okay. And I think that that's, in fact, it's more than okay. It's good that younger people are getting into this and wanting to get into it. I mean, this is what you have to liken it to. When this music, some of this music is more than 50 years old, okay? That would be like if when I was growing up listening to the radio, that would be like music from 1915 being played on the radio. It wasn't. You know, it's amazing that this is still relevant. And it's amazing that record companies still wanted to put it out. In the 60s, record companies weren't putting out Toscanini or Caruso records. You know, it's amazing that this stuff is still relevant, and we should be happy that it is, and we should be happy that it is being put out, and it is being archived and celebrated and made available for younger people that are interested in it. We should be happy about this. We shouldn't be all upset about it because we're not getting what we want. Yeah, they should be giving us some of what we want. Of course they should. But maybe it's just as important, if not more important, to keep the artists relevant. And that's really all I've got to say about it. So, am I gonna buy the new Wings collection? No, I don't think so. There's nothing on it I don't have. But then again, it's not for me. I'm not upset about it. I'm happy that it's coming out. Good. I'm glad. You know, it's not a bad thing. We've gotten to the point where everybody just runs out and makes a video now, and it didn't used to be like that. I think this is actually way better than like when they did Lennon's Power to the People stuff a few years ago. that was way too soon and way worse. And then they did give me some truth a few years later, and I didn't see very many people complaining about that. So I don't know why they're complaining about this. It just, again, just think of it in those terms. Think of it in, okay, here's a new McCartney release. It's not aimed at me. I get it. And move on. Move on to things that you want to listen to, that you want to buy, that you want to like. Keep buying physical media. Keep supporting your favorite artists. But you don't have to buy everything. Support them with the items that they put out that you're interested in. And just let the rest go. That's my 2 cents about this whole thing. I know that some people are going to be angry with this, and it's just my opinion. And again, I'm sorry to Matthew Street for saying he was wrong. And I actually want to mention Joe Mayo too. He's the other video that I watched, because Joe actually did mention this. I was already going to make the video, and then Joe mentioned it, and I'm like, I'm glad that he put that in his video, because he's not wrong there. This release isn't for everybody that already has everything. It's just not, and that's okay. They've been doing greatest hits collection since the 50s. You know, most of the people, most of the Elvis fans, already had everything on Gold Records Volume 1, but they bought it anyway, or they didn't. You know, but it wasn't an issue, and it's been going on since, at least since then. And, you know, that's 70 years. That's all I've got to say. I just wanted to come on and just say, just look at it another way. This is actually a decent release with some non-singles on it, some decent album tracks that have never been compiled before, and that's not a bad thing. You have to buy it, but it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing that some people will hear some McCartney songs that they've never heard before. It's not a bad thing that there's going to be some McCartney in print again, because I'm telling you, right now there's very little. That's the way the record industry is right now. Nothing stays in print for more than a year or two generally. Then it's gone. So it's a very good thing that this is happening. And you have to celebrate it, but you don't have to be mad about it either. Just buy the things that you want and ignore the rest. That's about it. That's about all I have to say. Thanks for listening. Thanks for putting up with me. Once again, I hope you're all okay. And I do hope to get back to my podcast soon. That's been a while. And I've had lots of computer problems, and I've lost stuff, and it's just a mess, but I hope to get it straightened out soon. Anyway, and I hope to make some more videos soon, and I know I've just sat here and raved for however long, and I'm sure it's not what anybody wants to hear, but I just felt like I had to say it. So thanks again, and hopefully I'll talk to you soon. Bye.